time to catch the train now, if you can. It's time we take a look at the kids' animated series Chuggington, that aired for 6 seasons from 2008 up to 2021. There are 3 main characters: Wilson, who is a red electric chugger who has a short attention span. Brewster is a strong blue and yellow chugger who pulls heavy loads. Finally, we have Coco, who is a green and purple engine who is one of the fastest chuggers in Chuggington. There are also a number of other characters we meet throughout the show. Let's look at some of their adventures. This first episode is called Can't Catch Coco. We meet the main characters waking up as the announcer says Brewster and Wilson have to go get refueled. They leave Coco behind as they see another train being pulled into the station as he needs repairs. We then see Coco explain to Wilson and Brewster that Harrison is in for repairs, so someone needs to do the night shift. Coco brags that she will get the job as Dunbar is thinking who is fast enough. Dunbar gives her the chance as long as Wilson and Brewster come with her. At night, the 3 of them get ready to do the job. They head off as they look up at the stars. However, Wilson then gets a little scared as Coco speeds off. Coco hides behind some trees to scare the other 2. The other 2 are annoyed at her as all of a sudden Coco gets stuck as Wilson and Brewster have gone away. Coco's light then goes out as she is getting more and more scared. The other 2 talk to the speaker, but it doesn't respond. They then figure out the electric is out, so they worry about Coco. They head back as they find Coco and explain there is a power cut. Brewster then says he is going to do the delivery on his own as Wilson takes Coco back to the station. The lights then come back on as Coco speeds off. The announcer then explains that Brewster has completed the job and will come back tomorrow. The episode then mysteriously ends. In this second episode, we are looking at is called Coco and the Tunnel. Coco, Brewster and Wilson head to the training yard as Coco asks where the tunnel leads to. She asks the announcer if she can go, but she tells her no. At the training yard, they meet Dunbar, who is teaching them how to change tracks. Coco boasts it is easy to change track. They get taught about changing tracks. Brewster and Wilson try to figure out how to change tracks, but they keep struggling as all of a sudden Coco then says she is going to explore the tunnel. Brewster is confused as Coco blames the other 2 of being scared. So Wilson changes his mind and follows Coco. So the 2 of them head down the tunnel as Wilson starts getting a little scared. They reach the other side of the tunnel as it reaches the countryside. They then see some cows as Coco then speeds off. Meanwhile, Brewster is still trying to figure out how to change track. Coco and Wilson come up to a switch as they still don't know how to change track. Coco forces herself through, but she falls off the track. Brewster is getting worried as they have been gone for a long time. He then calls for some help as Wilson and Coco then hears another train, but it speeds on by. The breakdown train is then sent to find Coco and Wilson as she finds Coco off the tracks. The breakdown train goes off as she picks her up and puts her back on the rails. They all head home. It's now nighttime as the 3 of them discuss the day's events. Everyone laughs as it's the end of the episode. In this final episode, we are looking at is called Jetpack Wilson. First, we see Action Chugger flying through the air as the 3 main characters are just talking about the day. Coco says Wilson can't be a super chugger. Action Chugger lands as the 3 main characters head off. They arrive to see Action Chugger as training then starts as Brewster says he is really strong. They then go up a hill as they are put to the test. They then have to carry stuff up the hill. Wilson then gets annoyed as he wants to fly. Action Chugger says he is not ready and more training needs to be done. There is then another task to complete as they need to rescue a cat. Wilson still wants to use a jetpack as he is disheartened. They go to save the cat, but there is no real cat, so they save the teddy bear from the tree. Action Chugger shows how it is done. Wilson then gives it a go as he attempts to save the teddy bear, but he is very impatient and knocks the bear to the ground. They then head off as Wilson then finds a jetpack. However, they head to the park to try a simulator. Brewster shows how it is done. Wilson is annoyed as he says it is pretend. Action Chugger needs to go to do a job, so everyone goes home. But Wilson then explains he found a real jetpack as he takes Brewster to see them. Wilson then gives it a go as he then flies off. He soars through the air as he then struggles to get down. Action Chugger then comes and saves the day. They go down to the ground as Action Chugger is very annoyed at Wilson, but he is tired so he flies away and the episode ends. Chuggington was a very good show if you like the adventures of trains, and it was very good at being funny and very silly at times. Overall I like it. So thank you for watching. If you have any TV shows you like to see me do, put them in the comments.